Okay, I'm Ene Ede, a development advocate and a survivor of child marriage. You know, the report that was released, if you zero it on Nigeria in particular, that word harder would be too mild to describe the situation of the African child, particularly the Nigerian child, to be too mild. I say too mild because the reality is that it takes so much struggle. I speak from personal experience and experience of others that I work with. You have to strain so much. You have to struggle so much. It's not only the girl child, though. You know, there is nobody that a child, either male or female, whether child with disability, a youth, or any category of human being, there is none that is as close to anybody than the mother. So if you want to look at the lot of Nigerian women, then you'll be able to interpret the lot of a Nigerian child, a Nigerian girl better. So if the lot of the Nigerian woman is not good enough in terms of conducive environment, growing with ease, growing with hope, growing with confidence, self-esteem, and developing your potential to the fullest, then you realize how bad it is for the Nigerian girl in particular. Whether she lives in Maitama, the highbrow, or she lives in Lekki or Ikoyi, all the highbrow places, or she lives in a remote village called Ubokolo in Benue State, is the same kind of lifestyle, basically, the same kind of condition. The difference is just very little, very little. And it is little because there is no provision. The woman is not empowered to be able to, for the empowerment to trickle down, for her to pay attention. You find that most of us women, we are involved with either advocacy, we've been overburdened by societal needs and wants. So the woman is at the center. So when will you pay attention to the girl child to help her to develop? Then who is interested in the girl child? Is it the policy makers, or is it the men in the National Assembly, an assembly that is populated and dominated by men and male views, patriarchal views? Or you want to think about the Federal Executive Council that is also dominated by patriarchal views. So this is where you find where the girl child is. Even with the development world still, development sector, you realize that the provision for the girl child to grow her organically is not there. So most of what we do is very mechanical. So whatever you do that is not organic, it's not natural, it's not deliberate, it's not conscious, then you know that the result will be limited. You are more like doing a garbage in, garbage out. You are doing quick thing. You are not really doing it in a systematic manner within a framework that will grow the person. Take, for example, if you want to have the girl child go to school, a mixed school, which is, for me, is about the best. If you have the toilet located around the same place, the convenience, the girl child will not be able to go. If it's a girl child that has reached puberty and she's already going through her menstrual cycle, if you don't make provision, sufficient provision for her to clean herself, to go to the toilet to change within a space that is private and within a convenient place where she can clean herself sufficiently and she can mix up with confidence, then there is a problem. As basic as that. If you're also not able to understand the kind of changes she undergoes, the hormonal changes that happens within her body, and you just say, what is wrong with you? Why are you not responding to questions? Why are you so sluggish? She has to respond to that natural demand on her body, on her physiology. So you realize that the policy makers within the educational sector, within the economic sector, within the transport system, within all that aids her development is not taken into account. What about the feeding within this period? So she faces harsh environment, bad attitude towards her. not understanding. So life is unbearable, and she still need to manage and succeed. So I don't say the girls are not serious. They are just waiting for somebody rich to marry them. So it's a problem. We are not preparing. We are not prepared to, to, to take on the responsibility of growing the girl child to an organic woman that would deliver to national development. Very simple. It's not rocket science. Simple. The first thing, accept the girl child as a human being. Take her the dignity of the girl child to say, look, you are a girl child, you have potentials, you can grow to any level. Encourage her. Let her have that realization to say, I'm being loved, I'm being planned for. Then plan for her. Planning for girl education and boy education is not the same. Boy and girl education is more expensive because of her natural, biological, physiological build. So you need to arrange for her, make the budget proper, empower her mother so that her mother will have the attention to pay to her, to support her to go to school. Pay attention to their teachers, pay attention to the coaches, pay attention to the mentors, pay attention to counselors who particularly counsel the young girl. You can't bring them all together and say 1 million students, 5 teachers, go and counsel them. The teacher is a human being, it's a mortal. So we also need to give her good scholarship, plan for her education, plan for her motivation in an equitable manner. You realize that in sports, the Falcons win gold is treated like sawdust. The men win bronze. They are hailed, they are driven straight to the presidential villa, handshake with some packages. Is it not the same gold? You saw what happened with the American women, the senior football team. They protested, say, look, we are not bringing this cup to you. This cup, World Cup we won, because you are not treating us well. So that equitable treatment, if you discriminate, unconsciously it affects their brain and they will not be able to get their full productivity. If you also give them chance to develop in the school leadership, build in them leadership skills. Don't say, okay, male, okay, girl, be the head girl, then the boy, be the head boy, or be the whole class monitor, or you be the overall of the school. Who told you the girls cannot be? So if you don't develop them, if you don't plan for them, if you don't motivate them, if you don't consciously honor the dignity of the girl child, she will not be able to grow into an organic woman that will be able to help the society. It means you're only getting the support you need from one area. So it doesn't take too much. In all the ministries, in all the parastatals, in all the spaces of engagement, we should be able to make provision for the girl child as different from the boy child, and also be able to guide them consciously to grow and develop. The delay of the girl child education could be detrimental in so many ways because of the rapidity of her maturity and the vulnerability around her life, because there isn't much safety net and the society is not as caring, as protective as they could defend the girl child before. It's no longer there. So there is a need. Anything you treasure, as in a female child, the female generally created by God, it is best to protect, develop, defend, and shield her. It's very important.